The Formula One world has been talking about the 2026 season as the future of the world's most prestigious motorsport. A new era with cleaner engines, new manufacturers, and interchangeable technologies is said to herald a revolutionary chapter in F1 history. But behind all the hype, engineers have discovered a major problem that could drastically change the feel of racing, and once realized, it can no longer be ignored. In theory, the 2026 power unit regulations sound incredible. The combination of internal combustion engines and electric powertrains is claimed to produce over 1,000 horsepower. Even James Allison described it as a terrifying beauty. That phrase alone is enough to make many imagine an increasingly brutal and unstoppable Formula One. But the reality isn't quite the same. The main problem lies in energy. The 2026 F1 cars are predicted to be extremely power-hungry. In a single lap, the batteries can be drained several times. And when that electrical power disappears, the extra power is instantly lost. From a dream of 1,000 plus horsepower, the car suddenly plummets to around 550 horsepower, almost completely lost, right in the middle of the straight. Imagine the situation. One moment the car feels like a monster, the next it loses power drastically. In such conditions, overtake mode and the boost button become nearly useless. The button can be pressed, but no additional power is forthcoming. Concerns arise that drivers will spend the race focused solely on one goal: to avoid being easy targets on the straights. This concern even led Cadillac technical consultant Pat Symonds to launch a sharp critique. He called the entire 2026 regulations process a camel. Not an animal, but a classic term. A camel is the result of a committee trying to design a horse. According to Symonds, an overly democratic approach results in an energy-starved powertrain. Yes, there are ways to fix this, Symonds said, but they're not good ways. They're not clean, they're not fun, and they don't feel like racing at all. However, a total disaster isn't guaranteed on every circuit. A circuit like Monaco is expected to be spectacular. Short straights, heavy braking zones, and ample opportunities for energy recovery make the character of a street circuit ideal for this new concept. The problem is, Formula One doesn't just race at Monaco. Circuits with long straights and fast corners, where drivers barely brake, are a nightmare. On such circuits, battery power can be depleted in seconds without significant opportunity for recovery. The impact is felt not only by the drivers, but also by the spectators. The start of the 2026 season could potentially raise a tedious question. Who is the best at conserving energy? Some in the paddock even believe this issue is inevitable, especially at energy-hungry circuits like Melbourne and Jeddah. The overwhelming demand will force change as quickly as possible. The FIA is aware of this risk. Last year, they proposed a radical idea: reducing the maximum battery power during races from 350 kilowatts to 200 kilowatts. Typically, peak power would drop to around 800 horsepower, but would be available for longer and more consistently. Unfortunately, this proposal was immediately rejected by the F1 teams. Manufacturers who feel they have the upper hand are not interested in helping their rivals. Even Toto Wolff called the idea a joke, though he later softened his stance. The message is clear: if you're already winning, why change the rules? This is where the real danger lies. If all teams suffer equally, a solution will be easily agreed upon, as was the case with porpoising in 2022. But if only some teams are struggling in 2026, why should the advantaged teams agree to help their competitors? F1 politics is becoming a ticking time bomb. Nicholas Tombatsis of the FIA acknowledged the situation is extremely complicated. The FIA cannot simply change the rules without seeing winter testing data. While he expressed cautious optimism and claimed to have an idea in mind, Many believe the idea is to support battery power, which was previously rejected outright. Interestingly, the 2026 regulation book includes a new section that emphasizes the rule's purpose is to maintain competitive balance and dryness. This statement has sparked heated debate because it suggests the FIA could intervene if the quality of racing is threatened, even without the full consent of the teams. Meanwhile, other technical details are beginning to emerge. Ground effect with rake will return, though not to the same extreme as in previous eras. The main aerodynamic weapon will instead be the active wing. Regulations don't restrict the number or position of wing elements in detail, emphasizing only function. This opens up enormous scope for creativity and potential performance. A massive game. Ultimately, the big question remains: who will truly understand it, and who will be lost? Winners never complain. Lance Stroll's statement last year seemed to sum it all up. He criticized F1's direction toward extreme speeds on the straights but slow in the corners, with racing overly focused on energy management. But he also honestly added, if the cars were fast and everyone else was in the rearview mirror, it would be fun. That's where the truth of Formula One lies. The loudest complaints come from the losers, while the winners choose to remain silent. When 2026 rolls around, the main story may not be about horsepower, batteries, or active wings. It will be about who's shouting, who's smiling, and whether Formula One is choosing pure racing or simply rewarding those who solve the puzzle first. Because once it all starts, it may be too late to reshuffle the deck.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything.